Hey guys, welcome to this about channel. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Put the post notification for you to be notified. Like the video and comment if you'd like. Let's get into pop and urban entertainment as we usually do. Via Billboard, they say Nicki Minaj holds the last hip hop song on top of 100 with Super Freaky, also second highest, picking unaccompanied with Red Ruby Das Liz, and the highest picking collaboration with Princess Diana, longest charting project with Queen Radio Volume 1. That's what I said last time. Last hip hop was Super Freaky. This is via Billboard, so congrats to her. She did comment on the missing Titanic like everybody else say, but Pop Bass tried to change the narrative by claiming that nobody should be going down there. Yet she said she's praying for their safety arrival and positive things instead of what Pop Bass and the other articles are trying to, when it's coming to Nicki Minaj, the narrative seems to be changing or there's a type of misinformation. So try to think about that. Nicki Minaj and JT will be on LilUzi album that is dropping on June 30th. And, people speculating maybe Nicki and JT will be on the same song. I hope not. But again, there was a rumor going around that JT wants to work with Nicki Minaj directly. So she went through LilUzi because that's her man, that's her boyfriend, in case you didn't know. So tell me think about that, if you'll be down for Nicki Minaj and JT. Forbes article on Nicki Minaj ability to sell like no other, even her own peers like Jay-Z, Drake, and J. Cole. She stands on her own lane, her own popularity, and stands head and shoulder above her own peers. So congrats to Nicki Minaj. She has 50 digital #1 sales, and thanks to the Bobs, they've stood strong with her. Moving on to Vava Voom, a single that was released 11 years ago has received biggest streaming day of all time on Spotify. So congrats to her. So tell me what you think about Nicki Minaj topics today, if you don't mind. Moving on to Ice Spice, XSL Magazine Freshman 2023. She was absent, but other of her peers were present. It could be the schedule. Maybe there was some difficulties, festival, recording. But again, Lolo Brooke, who was Glorilla, they are not that successful like Ice Spice this year. So tell me think about that. Attention by DojaCat is predicted to debut at top 20. I feel like it's deserving because there isn't much about the song. It has playlisting. Definitely the radio will impact immediately on its first week. And with Doja, with radio, she won. Next week, the other week, it will be top 10 already. So tell me think about that. Moving on to CardiB. Once again, talking about the missing submarine that went to see the Titanic and went off on this stepson, which she had a point. But again, some people are not feeling her, like TashaK and other people. So let's take
billionaires that's missing on the water from that submarine shit. One of the billionaires, their stepson, is at a concert, right? At a Blink-182 concert. And people is like, well, what is he supposed to do? Be sad at the house? Is he supposed to go look for himself? Yes. You're supposed to be at the house sad. You're supposed to be crying for me. You're supposed to be right next to the phone waiting to hear any updates about me. You're supposed to be counseling your mom and shit. Like, isn't it sad that you a whole fucking billionaire and nobody gives a fuck about you? Like you missing and motherfuckers is ready to shake dicks at concert. That's crazy. I'd rather be broke. I'd rather be broke than and poor, but knowing that I'm loved.
Someone tweet asked, wasn't her and her man back to their normal lives even after a week of takeoff murder? So the same thing, more or less, that TashaK asked, wasn't she posting guns right after Takeoff died and on the internet, cutting up not long after his sudden takeoff? I'm just asking. Everyone grieves differently. Obviously, CardiB did not like it, and she went to say, "I lost weight. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. Me and my mom still dealing with it to this day. I am a rapper. We get targeted all the time, and of course, I have guns for protection. But since you wanna be funny for the comments, I'll make sure your kids do not go to college. You think my lawyers don't know you're hiding money in Africa? I'll make sure I get every single cent of the 4 million." So, to me, think about that. So, she's accepting she has guns, weapons for protection. And again, TashaK children are never going to college, allegedly, according to her. So, to me, think about that. It's very interesting, but we'll see where that goes. TashaK should have just given her a payment plan, but she filed for bankruptcy. And again, she has a point on that stepson son. She has just been seen DMing a OnlyFans model. And the father is still missing. They have less than 24 hours of oxygen. So tell me think about that. Moving on to Megan, the Rock Nation. I'm gonna give Rock Nation the props. They are helping, Megan in everything except releasing music, allegedly. So she's announcing 2023 US Women World Cup roster, and this is very recent. So they are working, I thought she was going to be healing away from the internet, but she can work on the other side except releasing music. According to what I'm seeing. So moving on to Rihanna and Jason Lee. It's such a mess. She was in a club in Kenya, and then there I go. I'm seeing Jason Lee standing right next to her. They are vibing in the club together. It seems like Jason Lee has some tea on our baby girl. If not on Rihanna, then she has some tea on the ASAP Rocky. What do y'all think? I feel like she definitely has some tea. I mean, how can you stand next to somebody who linked allegedly your son's birth certificate, watermarked your son's first pictures on the internet? Allegedly, that was Jason Lee again. So he's going to do the same thing on the second pregnancy. Moving on to our last topic. After baby got hit by a phone, here comes Ava Max got assaulted by a fan, got slapped. I hope they press charges on this man, and I hope artists again will know how to defend themselves. You should not just let somebody slap you and you or hit you and you move on to performing instead of defending yourself. Yes, you will be on the right. People like me will defend you because you are on the right. So let me think about today's topics if you don't mind. Uh, Hope there will be no any other case. You all have a lovely day. Bye. Love you all. Stay safe wherever you are. Bye.